Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Murder Mystery 2, and this is a sequel to the Netflix Adam Sandler, Jennifer Aniston crime comedy that focused on this long married couple who got caught up in this globe-hopping conspiracy and murder mystery, and now they're private detectives and are asked to come to the wedding of their real good pal, the Maharaja, Adil Akhtar, who they met in the last film, and are caught up in a conspiracy when he is kidnapped. And you have the likes of Mark Strong, who is an investigator on the case, and the Maharaja's future wife, played by Melanie Laurent, and Jodie Turner-Smith, and John Caney, and Danny Boom coming back as the inspector from the last one. And you have this big cast, this big globe-hopping thing, and it's as deep as you're expecting it to be. It's as absurd and ridiculous as you expect it to be. And if you go in with those expectations that, like, this is more of the first film and maybe a little less put together in terms of its screenplay, then you might just have a good time with it. This film is in an era where Knives Out and Glass Onion exist, especially with the Glass Onion on Netflix. This is dumb murder mystery. This never feels clever. The twists and turns never feel really earned or like, oh man, that was really shocking. No, they feel so contrived. You could see these things a mile away. But, they do enough to get you along the way, to give you situations where you could have some modest and alright kind of action sequences, a bit of thrilling moments here and there from set pieces like on the Eiffel Tower. But really at the core of it, even though you have all these other supporting characters here, and I think Mark Strong, even though his character is exactly what you expect it to be, he does add something. Akhtar is charismatic. You have a lot of strong actors here who get to have a little bit of fun, even if there's not a whole lot of depth with their characters. And then you have Aniston and Sandler, who are just having a good time, and they have such great chemistry together. You can tell they really have a connection, and you feel it on screen. And this film does tackle they're having some marital issues, and that does add some tension there, and it's believable. You see them trying to process it while dealing with, are they potentially being framed for this kidnapping? And they're the ones who are going to have to piece it all together. And it's unbelievable, it's silly, it's ridiculously over the top, but that's what you should expect, right? But this film is silly, lighthearted, despite the fact that there's some violence and unfortunate events that happen to certain people. It's one of those kinds of things where it's just like, if you accept it that this is a dumb movie, you'll have some fun with it. But if you really try to analyze this mystery, it all falls apart. And really this all lands on Sandler and Aniston. And Gerlich, who directs this film, puts that camera on there and just lets Sandler and Aniston do their thing while throwing in some solid at best kind of action and thrills to just liven up the situation and keep this movie going forward. But those are my thoughts on Murder Mystery 2. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.